I'm Emily Schafer, and I'm a Juliet in the Girl Scouts of Western Ohio. I will be a junior in the fall, so.
At what school?
Covington High School.
Awesome. Do you have plans for the future? Do you know what you want to do?
I'm going to go to Ohio State if I can, and I'm going to become a paleontologist. I think I've learned better leadership skills, better communication skills. I've kind of grown more confident about myself and where I'm headed and what I'm doing. So I think I've also grown more determined, more hardworking. I think I've gained a better work ethic because of all of the hard work that I had to put into this project. It actually helped me discover exactly what I want to be. So originally, I researched 6 headstones for 6 soldiers, and I sent in 6 forms to the Washington VA Center. They declined 2 of the applications because of some complications with them. However, I did end up replacing 4 of them. The badge that I'm working towards is my Gold Award. And so the Gold Award is the equivalent of the Boy Scouts Eagle Award. And it's very prestigious, very hard to attain sort of thing. So anyways, the project in itself is replacing Civil War soldiers' headstones that are either badly worn or broken. I chose this project because of an experience that I had on Memorial Day a few years ago. I went to decorate soldiers' headstones with flags during a Memorial Day service at the Dayton VA Cemetery down in Dayton. And all of the headstones were neat, they were in a row, they were perfect. It was beautiful that they had that to remember them by, you know. And the headstones at my cemetery were, you know, falling apart, they were broken, and I thought they deserved better, so yeah. That's kind of why I did it. It took me about 3 months to get everything to the point that I am now. So it all began with me going to Tyler Moore, the sexton of Highland Cemetery, and getting any information that he had on the soldiers. And then I took that information, so their names, any birth dates, death dates that he had, and I went to the Piqua Public Library and used their genealogy section, as well as the section here at Gerald Clark Library, to figure out who these people were and what their histories were. And from there I could find out like what regiments they were in, their birth dates, death dates. Some guy even, he was from Pennsylvania. I mean, we had to use Pennsylvania volunteer infantry books to find out about him. But so we figured out who these people were. We filled out forms to send to the VA in Washington, D.C. And then once they received those forms, they okayed 4 of the 6 headstones, and they sent me brand new headstones to replace the old ones with. So that's the form portion of it. From there, I took the old headstones out of the ground using some community members' help and a backhoe, and we took them out of the ground, kind of squared up the holes, and filled the bottoms with a little bit of pea gravel and stuck some rebar into the ground for support. After that, we set the headstones in the ground and built some wood forms around them to keep the headstones level and in line with the surrounding headstones. Finally, we poured cement in the holes and let that settle and set for a few days to let it harden, and then we removed the wood forms and it was good.
Perfect.
My favorite part was using the power drill. I loved it. I also just liked digging in the dirt. That was fun. When the going gets rough, just keep at it, you know. We definitely spent some very hot days outside in the sun, as you can see from my sunburn. But yeah, just keep at it. Don't stop. Today we are gathered here for the rededication of 4 Civil War soldiers' headstones. Their names were John T. Adams, John C. Fry, Christopher Bauman, and Nicholas Rapollet. To begin with today, I'd like to introduce them to you all. John T. Adams was a private in Company C of the 94th Ohio Volunteer Infantry. He entered the service on July 31st, 1862, and was discharged on July 16, 1863, by a Surgeon's Certificate of Disability in Evansville, Indiana. He died on March 31st, 1863, at the age of 24. John C. Fry was a private in Company C of the 21st Regiment of the Pennsylvania Cavalry. He entered the service on February 16, 1864, and was mustered out on July 8, 1865. He died on August 5, 1906, at the age of 59. Christopher Bauman was a private in Battery I of the 1st Ohio Light Artillery. He entered the service on September 5, 1861, and was mustered out on July 24, 1865. He died on October 6, 1900, at the age of 68. Nicholas Rapollet was a private in Company A of the 110th Ohio Infantry Regiment. He entered the service on August 15, 1862, and was discharged on June 25, 1865. He died on August 1, 1887, at the age of 49. Each of these men spent their time and put their lives on the line for our country. They fought so that we might have a better life than they did. To me, that really says a lot. These 4 soldiers helped to shape our country in ways they couldn't even imagine. They are part of the past, present, and future, and their actions will always affect us. Currently, Civil War monuments and statues of soldiers are being removed and replaced for various reasons, but mainly because they don't represent America in the best of ways. My project, in a way, is similar to this. I replaced 4 broken or unreadable headstones because they do not represent these 4 soldiers. These 4 soldiers fought for our country, and they at least deserve to have a headstone that can be read for many generations to come. We cannot forget, erase, or reimagine our history. We cannot reshape it, and we cannot move it into whatever it suits us. All we can do is honor and accept our history for what it is, and work towards a brighter future. And that, I believe, is what we are doing here today. Thank you.